Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Friday, May 10th, 2024. I am Fredicia Liburd. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has made significant amendments to the Firearms Act, effectively introducing tougher penalties for persons convicted of the importation, possession, and use of illegal firearms in the Federation. The Firearms Amendment Bill 2024, which was passed in the National Assembly on Thursday, May 9th, substantively increased the maximum penalty for high-level firearms offenses.
It is a straightforward yet profoundly significant piece of legislation with three main elements that I would point out at this point. To introduce a provision which allows the Minister of National Security to establish a firearms amnesty period, Madam Speaker. Second, to increase the penalty of high-level firearm offenses such as importation and possession of automatic weapons and offenses involving shooting from 15 years to 40 years imprisonment and a maximum or fine of up to 500,000 EC dollars, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the third one is to increase the penalty for normal firearm offenses such as importation and possession of regular non-automatic weapons from 15 years up to 30 years and a fine of up to 250,000 EC dollars or $250,000, Madam Speaker. These changes are critical.
Meantime, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, in his capacity as Minister of National Security, has announced the commencement of a 15-day gun amnesty in St. Kitts and Nevis, effective Friday, May 10th, 2024. The gun amnesty allows for persons to voluntarily surrender illegal firearms and ammunition during the period May 10th to 25th, 2024.
During that 15 days, you will have an opportunity to turn in any illegal firearms or ammunition, and you can do that at any police station in St. Kitts or Nevis without the risk of being prosecuted, Madam Speaker. I want to also emphasize that you also have to contact you can contact any police station in either St. Kitts or Nevis, preferably the one closest to where your firearm is. Inform the police officer, whether on duty or not, of your intention to surrender the firearm and ammunition to that station, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, you can also deliver the firearm to any attorney at law who must similarly contact and then surrender the firearm and ammunition to the closest police station. Any person surrendering a firearm or ammunition will not be required to disclose his or her identity or any information when surrendering a firearm or ammunition, and no details of the persons who surrendered the said firearm or ammunition shall be recorded if the person wishes to utilize the anonymous process of the firearms amnesty.
Prime Minister Drew also made this plea.
To the mothers, grandmothers, guardians, friends, whoever you are, if you are knowingly allowing your family members, friends, associates to keep illegal guns and ammunition in your house, then now is the time to talk to them, Madam Speaker, and to take advantage of the gun amnesty starting tomorrow and turn in their guns and ammunition. Madam Speaker, this is an appeal to those persons. I want to also say to those who might be the girlfriends or the partners that if you are knowingly allowing your significant other to keep illegal guns and ammunition in your house, then now is the time to talk to them, to take advantage of the gun amnesty starting tomorrow and turn in their guns and ammunition. Madam Speaker, I want to remind them that if this bill is successfully passed today, from tomorrow, if you are found with an illegal automatic weapon and caught importing one, you can spend 40 years of your life in prison and receive a fine of EC $500,000 or $500,000.
Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. Still to come,
we are responsible for the abolition of slavery, not here alone, but in England and the rest of the world.
The details right after this break.
Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's our heritage, that's how we live. Come fed with us for the 50th, we're doing it big. Pulsating sounds, masquerading clowns. Streamed on a big drum, we'll be taking over town. Cause we're celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Nevis Culturama will celebrate its 50th anniversary from July 25th to August 6th, 2024. Come join us. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Little as Nevis is, we are responsible for the abolition of slavery, not here alone, but in England and the rest of the world.
Lorraine Chatterton made those remarks on Sunday, May 5th, when her family, together with dignitaries from across St. Kitts and Nevis, celebrated the 200th anniversary of the Cottle Church. English planter Thomas John Cottle built the church on land he inherited from his father, an English lawyer who became Solicitor General of St. Kitts. The church was planned as a place where his own family and those of his slaves could worship together.
I do get moved every time I come here and I touch these walls. My people, they give me a kind of energy. They give me a kind of flow. And I want everybody to know what I know. And I challenge the government, my government, our government, that education is a must. And education of our land, St. Kitts and Nevis, is for everybody. Because if we are a tourist industry, every one of us is an ambassador. And every one of us must know what has happened here. So we're not hiding it. It is for all of us.
While many of the plantation owners still favored slavery, Cottle worked to improve the conditions of slaves, educate them, and convert them to Christianity.
Now, 100 years ago, next year, 25th of January, my grandfather bought these properties. When he found this church on the properties, he could have made a nice little house for me. But he didn't. He said no. He said, this is our heritage. After today, the hope of the family is that we work together. This is our heritage, and this is what we have to show the world that we might be small, but we have great significance, because it is out of this church, this property, that we had abolitionists. Mr. Cottle's son, the Cottle Jr., was a lawyer, was an abolitionist. And so little as Nevis is, we are responsible for the abolition of slavery, not here alone, but in England and the rest of the world. So we're small, but we're powerful.
The service also included prayers, scripture readings, musical renditions, a homily, and remarks by Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley.
this little island has such a rich tapestry of history. It has contributed so significantly, well beyond the size of the island or the population, to the world, to the region, and to us all. And so let us, as we remember, I see in parts it says we are celebrating. I'm not sure if that's the right word. We are commemorating, we are remembering. Whatever word you choose, let us, whenever we come into this precinct, whenever we touch these walls, remember our forebears who came and who were forced in inhumane conditions to create something that survives 200 years later. But I believe that this is a testament to the authentic spirit of the Chatterton family and their love of people, that they will and have maintained this for all these years.
Among those attending the service were Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, Deputy Governor General Her Honor Hailita Liburd, members of the National Assembly, the Nevis Island Administration, and the Nevis Island Assembly. And finally,
the nurses are quite a vibrant group of individuals. I think we can all appreciate that they're backbone of society, backbone of the health system that we have in general. And so every year they have their annual Nurses Week activity, and it is fun-filled and packed with exciting things. And we always start with a word of prayer and blessing.
Minister of Health, the Honorable General Nisbet, highlighted the celebration of Nurses Week here in Nevis when she was the guest on the Thursday, May 9th edition of Government at Work with host Keith Scarborough. Nurses Week commenced on Sunday, May 5th, with a service at the Shiloh Baptist Church. The other activities included a treasure hunt and a walkathon on Tuesday, May 7th, Wacky Day, as well as paint and sip event on Wednesday, May 8th, a cultural food and drink sale on Thursday, May 9th, and the COVID Whiplash concert on Friday evening, May 10th at the Cultural Complex. The remaining events include the Nevis Nurses Association's annual sports day at 1 p.m. on Saturday, May 11th at the ETW Park.
I'm on the Victorious House from last year.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So the Red Dragons last year, we had the smallest team, but we came out victorious. And we're hoping to two-peat this year. But honestly, it was all in good fun. There were three teams. You had the Red Dragons, the Green Eagles, the Blue Pythons. And it's a day of camaraderie and laughs. And so you have the traditional 800-meter, but the greatest fun was lime and spoon and socks and shoe and threaded the needle. And it's always good fun to see adults try to cheat the system and run without their shoes tied. So I definitely encourage the public to come. We have music, food, and it's just going to be a good showing.
Fun day.
Yes.
Which sport will you be taking part in? The 800?
See, when I was in school, I wasn't the fastest. But the older you grow, other people slow down, and so I realize I'm now competitive. So
I like that.
I go where I'm needed.
The admission is $10 for adults and $5 for children. The events will culminate on International Nurses Day, May 12th.
Sunday the 12th, they're culminating with like a family affair at Pinnis Beach. So it's just a family lime, fun day, picnic. So go on out to the beach and relax with your family, interact with the nurses, have a good time, unwind.
The theme for International Nurses Day 2024 is Our Nurses, Our Future, the Economic Power of Care. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.